that's how they pair up against each other. Flyme with a 25% win rate, much lower than you want if you want to secure your slot in the World Cup. Still possible to make it to that America's regional major. We will see what he can do, how many points he can get throughout these 20 weeks. But right now, not standing in a great place.
Definitely a tough start for Flyme. Fau, also a tough start, especially given he was a semi-finalist in 2023 and 2024 at the World Cup. He will definitely tell you that he wishes he was playing better as well. But still lots of time, lots of weeks left for these players to get back on track. And you're right, even if they don't qualify for the World Cup directly, if you finish top 60% in your region, which would be top 6 out of the 10 Americas players for both of these guys, then you will at least make it to the regional major and still have a chance to qualify for the World Cup.
Fau still in a position to do that. Flyme low there on the list, 39th right now. So really needs some points, really needs a bit of a comeback. Really important match we're about to see for both these players.
Very important for both. We saw them face off against each other actually at the Americas regionals last year. I believe it was the final game of Group A, and I think Fau took it 2-1 in the NMPZ and secured his spot in the playoffs, whereas Flyme ended up in the last chance match and ended up losing it to CG. So he did not quite qualify for the World Cup, which Fau was, of course, at in 2024. But here we go.
They're in. They're off to the races. They're in Canada. Fau.
They're in Ontario. This is Fau's homeland here. He's looking for some piece of information. They had a kilometer sign that had a sort of a black bar at the bottom of the kilometers per hour. That's something you see exclusively in Ontario. But Fau, again, one of the maybe the best Canada player in the world.
Very hard to beat him in Canada.
I'm not sure he has much here in terms of info. He doesn't look super sure. So we'll see what happens.
Time runs out, and Flyme ends up being closer.
We'll take that for sure. I don't think he ever expects to be closer than Fau, especially in Ontario. I say especially, sorry. I meant to say I don't think he expects to be closer than Fau in Ontario. I don't mean to say he never expects to be closer, but speaking of Ontario, by the way.
Seems we're back.
Is it? Or is it Quebec? No, I think it is just Ontario, yep.
We have some signs. Did Fau even get to them, or is he just
He might just know. No, I think he has a sign there. You can see the little highway guy. I mean, now there's more info here, but
now he gets to it.
I think they're both going to 5K this, probably. Actually, wait,
Yeah.
Are there two intersections between these two roads? Or... Oh, no, I see. Yeah, that one. Okay. So they're both on this. Yep.
Are they both on? Yeah, they're both right there on it. Flyme getting the 4 meters, but still both definitely close enough to get that 5K. You'd love to see it.
Yep. Fau, probably wishing for Canada rounds that were a little bit less info-heavy than that one. Although, to be fair, that is what happened in round 1, and he wasn't quite able to use it. And now, we have a Thailand round with info. So Prachinburi is a province right there, where Fau is. I would assume Flyme also knows what Prachinburi is, but we'll see. Maybe not.
Maybe not,
Ooh,
yeah.
He might not. Okay.
He might
Oh, no, he
not.
does. He does.
Oh, he does, he does. Oh, no, he's under it. He's south of it.
It's possible that we're not in the province. Oh, no, he doesn't know it, but he might accidentally click in the right province here. So, we'll take that.
He'll take that. Fau actually on the correct road by the looks of it there. Takes 300 points down and takes a small lead as we go to round 4.
Flyme looks frustrated, maybe with himself. I don't know if he'd heard of Prachinburi, wasn't sure where it was, something like that. But County Government of Kilifi, it says. Kilifi is a coastal county in Kenya. Fau will know this. There's Kilifi.
Fau does know, does Flyme. It doesn't look like he does. Flyme going farther west. 2.5 times damage. This should be some points. No,
Ooh, he's got
he
it.
moves it. He sees it.
He's got it.
He's locked in.
He was not sure at the start, but he got there eventually. Again, Flyme considers himself more of a no-move NPC player, doesn't study a lot of the moving stuff as much, so I think it makes sense that Fau was instantly aware of the county, whereas Flyme wasn't. But he got there eventually. Keeps himself in this game, still very, very even, heading into round 5. Oh my.
Very even.
That is a city. You gotta know. You gotta know.
You gotta know.
I think it's North Sumatra, if I remember correctly.
Doesn't seem like either player knows.
Oh no. Sumatra Timur, it says. That means East Sumatra. That's not a province, but... Pematang Siantar, come on. It's painful. Oh my gosh.
He does know it's Sumatra, though. He could find it now that if he puts it together. We'll see.
I don't know if he just missed the word, because I want to say that Fao knows about them, but maybe I'm wrong. Either way, again, this is something that not a lot of players have done, because it's like there are over 400 of them to learn, but once you know them, it's really a massive advantage in Indonesia. Oh gosh. Oh, he's in North Sulawesi. This is
wow.
Game.
This is the game right here, without a doubt. Unless
he
moves.
Is he?
Is he gonna move it? Is he gonna move it? He doesn't. The time runs out, and Fao is on top of it. Flyme. So far away in Sulawesi, Fao takes the game.
Oh my goodness. I think I have an idea of what happened to Flyme there. I think he saw a Christian church. Both players did. But Indonesia, as many people know, is very predominantly Muslim, but there are a few provinces in Indonesia that have Christian majorities, or at least large Christian minorities. North Sumatra and North Sulawesi are two of the most notable ones there. So that's why Flyme was in North Sulawesi specifically. But Fao did have the sign where he saw the word Sumatra, and that was enough to get him close enough, and he takes the moving game.
Impressive stuff in the end. Sad to see Flyme zoomed in on North Sumatra there.
He was so close to switching because, again, he knows that there's Christians in North Sumatra too, and he was like, which one is it? And he didn't quite have that same... I don't think he had the same sign that Fao had. So, yeah. But, wow, that was a roller coaster of emotions, that round.
Definitely.
We were all over the place. Oh, my gosh. But Flyme's still in this. Again... It's been a really rough start for him, but again, it's only week 6, is it? Week 7? I think it's week 6.
Week 6.
And it's, there's still like 15 weeks of this remaining. So even if it's, he's low in the standings at the start, it's been a rough start, that does not mean it's over. Nobody is out of it yet, and anyone at the very least can still qualify for the regionals. So there's still a lot to play for both of these players.
Definitely. Definitely not over. Definitely lots of time to go, lots of chance to gain the points. And yeah, they're both in the same region here. Could both make it possibly to that America's Regional, as mentioned. It's going to be a regional major. We're doing it a little differently this year than last year. We're going to have a little 2-month period with all of our majors for the regions. Should be really exciting. Hopefully, these players can make it there. We'll see.
We will see. Are we having technical difficulties here?
We're having a little bit of a pause, but they'll get it. They'll get in when they can, and we'll move on to no moving. Flyme. You wonder if like a little pause like this is good, but you see he's still looking confused. You can tell he's still confused about that round. He's still a little frustrated with himself.
Yeah, he needs to just kind of calm down and just recuperate a little bit. We see Fao as cool as ever, although, he could have the most horrible or unfair or crazy thing happen to him, and he would still just be the calmest person in the room. So,
yeah,
here we go.
And it works out for him.
It sure does.
That calmness has gotten him quite far.
Yep.
In this GeoGuessr esports so far.
No matter what stage he's on, he does not panic, and it's a great trait to have. I like the mound guess here. The town of Mound in northern Botswana, you often have very white soil like this. And with this sort of somewhat urban feel and the white soil, I really do like the guess, and I think both players have the same vibe. We shouldn't see too much damage here.
Right there. No multi. Guesses on top of each other. We better see a wave. Okay, they're different enough that maybe they won't wave. That's a great guess from Fao.
It is, yeah. I mean, the airport was right there, so that was probably 5 cable, but yeah, Fao just kind of clicking downtown works out for him, but damage is pretty insignificant.
Going around to Australia.
More interesting, I think. I'm not sure. Not sure. Southern Queensland makes a lot of sense with this foliage. I could see something like New South Wales as well. But is he thinking about South Australia too? I mean, it's not an easy round. It looks fairly generic, honestly, as far as Australia goes. But he's going to stick with the South Queensland guess and foul more towards New South Wales.
It's a pretty big difference here. The multi is not high at all, so shouldn't be insane, but we could see some points here, especially if one of them's right there on it. Wow, great guess from Fow. That's gonna be decent damage. 2,200 points.
Just staying calm, sticking with it, doing his thing. Fow is locked in. We'll see if he can close this out. We have an India here. Definitely
Big country.
Shake things up a bit. Big points.
Yeah.
You know it. Interesting. We see a lot of red brick architecture here, at least to the west, which Uttar Pradesh notably has a lot of red brick. So, personally, with this flat landscape, Hindi language, and red brick, I would probably just be clicking Uttar Pradesh. That's exactly what Fow is doing here.
Flyme
He's
just
a little more south.
Yeah, just kind of clicked middle. I don't even think he's making a very particular region guess. Now he's moving it a bit.
I could see Madhya Pradesh, to be fair. It's also possible. It's Bihar. Fair enough.
Okay. 10.
10.
10. Just a quick little 10, and we go to round 4.
Loving the Toronto Blue Jays hat from Fow.
You a fan?
Not of the Blue Jays specifically, but I'm a baseball fan, so I respect it.
Okay.
I like the colors too. I don't know. That's not their usual logo, but something about that hat is pretty cool looking.
It is.
Anyway,
Maybe it's giving him the power to make this guess here. Southern Russia.
Yep.
Fow yet to open the map. Look how confused he looks.
Yeah. This is. I mean, I like Fow's guess in Southern Russia. It's just the thing is that a lot of the coverage where they're clicking is Gen 3, not Gen 4. So that's, I think, maybe why Flyme is confused. I would guess it's maybe a bit south of where he is. Yep, exactly where Fow is. Yep.
Wow. Fow. What in the world?
So it ends up being northern Dagestan. Wow. I mean, it does make sense. I mean, it's kind of a deserty landscape. And again, the coverage where Flyme clicked, Astrakhan, Kalmykia kind of area, you don't really have that Gen 4. So I think Fow was just like, okay, this looks like southern Russia, but with this coverage, it's got to be this area. And beautifully done, getting the exact road.
This is the Fow we've been missing a bit so far in the World League. I mean, 2-time semi-finalist, and he's much lower on the leaderboard than you'd expect, but he's got the skill. He's showing it here.
There's a sign here. It's so... You can only kind of see the side of it. I don't think either of them was able to get anything out of it. Again, Kenya can be tough. Like we saw before in the Blinky Finbar game, there was a round where both of them went kind of southeast and it ended up being north. Now considering switching to Turkana, I don't blame him. It's definitely possible. It's just hard to know, but we could see this decide the game.
He does just leave his guess there. Flyme is closer, though. Flyme is closer. 3 times damage, definitely some points. But Fow still holds a pretty decent lead here.
Yeah, north it was. Again, Fow just like Blinky and Finbar going south and east of Nairobi rather than north. But it can be so tough to tell. This is Latvia. I wonder if both of them are going to be able to identify that from the sign. Fow does.
Considering where to guess. Roads like this are very, very common here in Latvia. These just wide dirt roads.
Yep. Yeah, this sort of slightly, I want to say, almost reddish dirt, maybe slightly more reddish than the dirt that you get most commonly in Estonia and Lithuania, can be a good hint for Latvia, but the sign specifically, the font of the sign and the style of it, and also the language is pretty distinctly Latvian. The region guesses are a bit different, though.
Yeah, Flyme ends up being closer there. He's staying alive here. He's dealing some more damage, and he's taking us to our round 7. Racking up the multis to maybe make a bit of a comeback. We'll see.
He knows he has to win. Take it to NMPZ. It's do or die here. Japan, and we just have a little tiny forest road. This could be major.
I'm gonna make my prediction that this will be the decider. There's nothing to go off of. Japan is a big country. 4 times multiplier. I think this will do it.
Yeah, it wouldn't shock me if it does, although
Oh,
guesses are decently similar right now. I mean, the vegetation looks maybe a little more kind of tropical-ish, kind of southern. So that's why Fau's going a little southwest of the center, but Flyme's a little more southwest than Fau. I don't know if it's enough to decide the game, though. We'll see. Nice. Yeah, honestly, they're pretty close now.
Wow.
It's Sato Island, what? Wow.
I lied.
Oh my goodness.
Jake, that was not the decider.
It was only 16. It's okay. Sometimes the predictions don't quite pan out. But,
Yep.
is this Japan going to be the
This is the
decider?
decider, Jake. Jake, as I was just saying, Japan, the deciding round.
Surely this time we get more than 16 damage, right?
Yeah. We'll see. This one looks even harder. Flyme. North of Tokyo. Fau. South of Tokyo.
Just clicking Nagano. That's probably what I would be doing. That might do it. It's close.
My 4.5 times damage is gonna win Fau, the no-move game, and the entire matchup.
Yep. Fau just the ultimate hedge there, going right in the middle of Japan. Flyme took a little bit of a risk trying to go more north, maybe trying to get a few points back.